Hello, everyone. Hello, internet. Hello, YouTube. Good morning or good What is in the Truman Show? What does he say? Good morning, and if I don't see you, good afternoon, good night. I don't. It's been years since I saw that, but it just popped in my head. Good day to you all. And we're back with our plate armor boy. And yeah, this character, I really don't really know what to do. Whenever I come in first episode, I try to assess. I just hate everything about I hate everything about this what's going on with this character. We have a wasp nest over here. We have Migo encampment and things over here, as well as some flaming eyes. We do have a research center, which is nice. We're not really ready to go there. And then this town is overrun by acid ants, and then the hub does not seem to be updating their inventory, which was the main reason I settled here in the first place. Excuse me. I have the hiccups a little bit. And there's really, I don't want to move because we're not really set up to move. And it can be hard to find such big towns, so we should really take advantage of it while we have it here. But yeah, I just am bummed out by this town and everything we've been running into. Honestly, the first real bit of hardship I've encountered in Cataclysm in a long time. Bumping into those acid ants is very dangerous, could very easily get us killed. Hello, Jack. Hello, Pablo. The regular crowd shuffles in, and people showing up. We're in pain. Our head is quite injured because we can't wear the helm at night, so we've been taking some hits to our dome, which is not great. Quite warm as well. Why are we so warm? Torso and legs. I gotta imagine plate armor is pretty warm. The compression clothing is not going to help, and then the leather pants also are not going to help. Plate armor has a warmth of 20, which is not terrible. Let's take off the compression top. That's another 20 warmth we don't really need. In fact, let's lose both the compression top and shorts. I don't really see a need for underwear. One of the most pointless human inventions of all time. Just kidding. You need that support. So, I don't really know what to do with this character. How our skills look? Oh, connecting to chat. Well, great. Great. I'm glad chat keeps dying. So this is exciting. This is becoming an ongoing issue. Just everyone saying hello. Okay. It's becoming an ongoing issue. I don't understand why. So basically I have my PC where I'm streaming, and then I have my Xbox on a Wi-Fi hotspot through my PC. I guess it's because I'm streaming, which is eating up a lot of my bandwidth, but chat takes up such a small amount of bandwidth. I don't really understand why this keeps happening. I'm wondering, is my Xbox downloading something? No, you're not. So why are you having so many issues? It's just chat, bro. And we had this set up for a long time without any issues up until last week. So I don't really know. First mute of the day. Hopefully that muted and no one heard me snort because I'm congested. So that's exciting. All right. I guess we just keep looting and grinding our skills in our downtime. First aid is great. Mechanics is coming along nicely. Tailoring would like to bump to 4 or 5, but that's not a priority. Survival I could care less about. Cooking I could care less about. We need to raise our electronics and fab a little bit further, but those are things that are not immediate. Connecting to chat. Oh, well, good. This is fun. I'm enjoying myself already. So, there's a lot of rotten food. I don't like rotten food in my house, so let's get all the rotten food out of here. So I would ask how everyone's doing, but I can't see chat. So, screw me, I guess. And also, and we've completely lost connection. Well, that's great. Xbox, you're a piece of shit. I really just need you to do like the one thing. Check my network. Internet. Internet, I'm so sorry. Go offline, please. Come back. Come back, Xbox. You hear all the time you're a regular. Yes, the 3 of you that I see in chat are in fact regulars at this point. RIP interaction. Yeah, it's really an issue. I really am not super great at recording. So having chat there, I literally just reconnected to you. How are you saying there's no connection? The hotspot is up and says you're connected. I clearly have internet because I can see I'm still streaming. This is live tech support. Not great. Yeah, I rely on chat at this point because chat is really helpful when it comes to talking and things. Really helps me keep going. You and me are having one of those days. Oh yes, it is one of those days. We'll talk about that in a minute. Xbox is breaking your balls. You did make some cool stuff. Yeah, I saw the coin that you made. Looks pretty nice. And we have connection again. Hopefully this is not becoming an ongoing issue. I figure Twitch is probably pretty okay with it because I can still talk to you while we do this. And I can pull up chat, in front of me when I do this. But, YouTube is not so nice. And a lot of YouTube people are mean. So we have chat back. Yeah, it's just one of those friggin' days. So on Monday morning, so I drive for work very late in the evening. I usually leave for work around like 1:30 to 2 o'clock in the morning. And went off to work. Pretty basic, normal day thus far. Everything was going fine. Made a right turn and heard a thump and a crunch like I had run over like a soda can or something. And was like, oh, and I looked at my rear view and was like, okay, maybe I just hit a bump and like ran over a can. There's kind of a dark spot behind me, at the same time. And I just heard that. And then I drove for like another 8 seconds and hit another bump. And I heard like just crinkling sheet metal and was like, oh, good, connecting to chat. Well, that's great. And I was like, oh, shit, my car. Oh, crap, So I pulled over, I got out the old mag light, climbed up under the car, checked the wheels and all that. Everything looked fine. I was like, okay, we'll just, okay, I mean, what do? You just keep driving. It feels okay as I was driving. It wasn't pulling, the tires weren't thumping, it seemed okay. And I was just driving it. But every time I hit a bump, I would hear crinkling, like sheet metal and issues like that. And I was like, this is not good, but it felt safe enough to drive. So I finished my route. Yeah, chat is dead. That is unfortunate. Our focus is terrible. Let's try to boost our focus while I pop out and check chat really quick. Did make some cool stuff. Glad to be called a regular. I mean, you're all regulars at this point. Cataclysm is my life now, or has life always been Cataclysm? I mean, life is Cataclysm. It's just a matter of time till we get a real world zombie apocalypse, so you might as well train up while you have the opportunity. I'm just going to plow forward, assuming that my actual stream bandwidth is okay. I wish I understood what's going on with the Xbox. We talked about this last week. I think Microsoft is a big old piece of garbage, and they make pretty shoddy things. I gotta imagine it's just that the stream is eating up my bandwidth, but the overhead required for a very tiny just chat window is a bit crazy. If I had a better computer, I would just set up a secondary monitor and put chat on that and connect them both to my PC. But I gotta imagine that adds some overhead to your computer. Outputting to 2 monitors, I'm not 100% how that works. Maybe I should look into that. Because I have another screen here. In fact, this one is actually a computer monitor, and I should look into it's. Would it just be a splitter? I don't know how dual displays actually works. I've never done that. So we'll reconnect to chat and hopefully everything's going okay. Sounds like the drive nuts or something. I don't know what it's called in English. The overhead in-game during time-lapse is high right now. They're fixing it. It's why sleeping takes so long sometimes. Yeah, I mean, that's always been an issue, depending on your setup and things, especially on older computers. Sleeping, moving around, if you have a lot of NPCs or items on the ground, that really slows things down, that sort of thing. So we have the MP3 player. Let's, do we have any booze? Let's try to booze it up a little bit, get our focus back. Please just hold out for me, chat. I just need you to... Xbox, I just need you to cooperate for like 2 to 3 hours. It's not like I do this all the time. I have 2 days a week when I stream. I really need you to work for me. Grape drink. Sure. I'm really looking for booze. There's some booze. Plus 20 joy. Yes, please. And we'll go back to reading while we're slightly tipsy, because that's something... I don't think I could read if I was tipsy. My eyes when I start to get drunk, my eyes like jitter. It's hard for me to look straight at something. Um, After the stream, I will ask a question for your video to see if we can get that second monitor working. Yeah, I have two monitors. I imagine it requires some kind of hardware I don't have, like a splitter for the signal or something like that. You need a graphics card with two outputs. Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have that. I have a single output. I have a good graphics card, but I'm pretty sure it only has one output on it. I'll have to look. Never really looked, and I'm not going to climb under here while I'm while I'm streaming. What was I even talking about? Oh, yes. So her crinkling metal, and every time I would hit a bump was a real issue. So I was like, man, I really don't want to go home. I don't want to trade cars. You know, I got everything set up in my vehicle for, you know, making my deliveries and stuff. I don't want to have to transfer a bunch of product into another vehicle. So I was like, just go, just drive. And all night, every time I hit a bump, I would hear crinkling metal and really loud thumping. And I was like, this is terrible. So came home, and basically Monday mornings I have to stay up. So I get home Monday mornings. I only work from like, let's say 2 to like 1:30 to like 5, like really short day on Mondays. But then on Monday I have to stay up. Lost connection. Awesome. It's so good. Monday mornings I have to stay up into the morning because then I make a separate like batch of deliveries and do inventory. So I have to actually go stay up until like usually about 10 a.m. before I get to bed, which is unusual. Usually I'm in bed by like 6:30 or so. And then, you know, I came home, was doing all of that stuff. Desk confirmed. Actually, I'm on a table at the moment. My desk is in the other side of the room. I haven't set it up. I moved rooms months ago, and I just never bothered transferring all of this onto the desk again. Desk is a little bit smaller than this table. I like having a lot of space. It's a big, nice big table. No, don't check my connection. Just reconnect, you piece of garbage. So I came home and was doing work stuff and was like, you know, told my family member, I said, hey, you know, every time I hit a bump, my car crinkles and thumps and I don't really know what's going on. It doesn't feel very safe. I don't know if I should be driving it or not. And he said, you know, like, he was like, okay, you know, I'll take care of it. And I was like, okay. And I, you know, went off to do my work stuff. And I heard him talking to himself. Well, like I came upstairs to get my stuff to go. Like I had to get my mask and things. And I could hear him talking to himself. And he was downstairs and he was just like, oh, this fucking car. You know, one of these days you're going to wake up and I'm just going to have sold the fucking thing. Like I'm sick of this. I'm tired of always with the car problems. Always this, always that. He ought to get a better job. Why the fuck does he do? Like he's just talking to himself, but he's like shit talking me a lot. And I overheard this, and he's ripped. You talking about how jacked I was when I was young? Maybe it's on a coffee table. We've narrowed down the search for murder down to a dude with a table. Kind of a good looking dude. Yeah, I'm getting a little fat, but I'm still a handsome man. I also need to, haven't shaved the beard in a while, but. And a bad connection today anyway. And he's ripped. No, I'm not ripped anymore. I'm definitely getting fat. I got big arms. When I was a teenager and in my early 20s, I was like super jacked, but that was a long time ago. Definitely have gotten fatter over the years, and really trying to work on that. But I find it hard to work out these days. I just am not that interested in doing it like I was when I was young. Very hungry, very thirsty. Let's eat some meat, cooked meat. The hunger issues we were experiencing before should have been worked out, so they should no longer be an issue. Did I ever make a big jug of water? Kind of. Okay. Water. And we don't want to get bloated to the point where we're going to vomit, so unfortunately we're going to stay at very thirsty. We are tired now. I think we'll keep reading for a little while. He would have his Xbox under control. I mean, it's just connection issues. And again, I gotta blame streaming. Maybe I accidentally set my bitrate too high. I'll have to look. I don't think, like, I don't have a great connection, but like I have an Ethernet connection to what is pretty reasonable upload speeds. I don't know. Workout sucks. Too bad. It's kind of bad to not do it. Ask my back. I mean, I have very mild back problems. Like when I talk to people with back problems, I can tell that I'm nowhere near their level. But I'm sitting with some pillows behind me because my back has been giving me a lot of issue. It seizes up a lot because I carry heavy things for work, and then when I'm around the house, they want me to move stuff a lot of the time. So like yesterday, I was moving and setting up a futon for my niece because she's coming tomorrow. I think we'll go to bed now, and we should probably treat our head wound. I think to speed this up. In fact, I'll go full antiseptic. Oh, it's not antiseptic. And antiseptic. There's no antiseptic? I know we have hydrogen peroxide. Must not be sorted. Let's go ahead and sort our stuff. Does not look like... Oh, because it's in a container, so it's not being sorted. So hydrogen peroxide, activate hydrogen peroxide, treat our head wound. It's nice to see hydrogen peroxide is not a full bottle. I like that it's being having a varying amount in it instead of just being a guaranteed full bottle. So we'll do that, and then we'll treat with a bandage. Anyway, so I heard my family member basically shit-talking me, and I can't tell you, I'm somebody who's like, I have a lot of, how do I say this? I'm unstable. I try really hard to be stable. I work really hard at being a reliable, normal dude, but I actually have some pretty significant mental health issues that it's like the flip of a switch. It's so fast. So I'm coming up, I'm having a normal day. I had kind of a bummer at work because my car was crinkling, and making noise. And I was like, but we'll get it taken care of. I had just checked my bank account and was like, okay, I'm doing okay. And then I had this issue and I was like, this is going to be all my money. So I had a not great day at work, but like I was feeling okay. I come home and talk to the family member. We've lost connection yet again. Always exciting. And I felt like, okay, it's going to get taken care of. Everything's going to be okay. And then I heard him shit-talking me, and it completely derailed me emotionally. So, like, I had to stay up for work, and, like, the whole time I was awake, all I was thinking is, like, he hates me. He's mad at me. One day I'm going to wake up, he's going to sell the car, Like, so the car is in my family's name. I pay for everything with the car, just because it's my car, but it's technically their car, right? So if he chose one day, like, hey, I'm going to sell this car, he has every right to do that right out from under me. And I would lose my job probably, and it would be a whole big issue. And that worried me. And I was just thinking about how he seems so mad, and being an abused kid, I never quite got over that. Whenever I'm in like a room and two people are arguing, it shuts me down really hard because I feel like that, scared kid who can't stop his family from fighting and screaming at each other, and it really messes with me. So that was terrible. And then today, we got the front end aligned, and it's going tomorrow to get new tires. And apparently what has happened is like the sway bar broke underneath, so it's actually not that big of a deal. It's just we hear it hitting the frame and it's kind of making some noises. So I can drive it, more or less without too much issue, but it's not great. You can make it better, but you got to keep it going. Let's change the topic to something positive like my consistency. Consistency is a good thing. I mean, I'm not, though. Like, I appreciate what you're trying to do, and we will pivot to something less miserable in a minute, but I'm not super consistent. I recorded, my plan was to pivot to a lot more. Oh, our meat rotted. Gonna eat some cracklins. And let's get this rotten food out of here. Where's all this rotten food? I thought I got rid of this. Did I not get rid of all the rotten food? Oh, the game is frozen. Oh. I hit num. I turned off my numpad. Excellent. Good job. So let's grab this rotten stuff and get this out of here. Because I don't like rotten food in the base. Yeah, like I had set up for to do stuff on YouTube, the NPC faction stuff, and I've really fallen behind in that. That was the other part of it. Like Monday, I was going to do a bunch of stuff to take care of my YouTube channel, and I was so depressed over my family member kind of like really, and it wasn't even that big a deal. It's just that I have so much like stuff going on in my head that that simple act of him complaining about me was enough to derail me. Why is this all not frozen anymore? It was all frozen last time I checked. Not great. No, why would I search for cooked? Search for meat. Why is this not frozen? It was just frozen yesterday. Oh, are we out of power? That'd be real bad. We're out of power. Oh, God. Okay. Well, we need a car battery, and that's a pretty high priority. Let's let's shop around for a car battery. And yeah, I just didn't get any of the stuff done on Monday. I was so depressed. And then like the family, he came home that night, and I went out to talk to him about the car because I was like, and like I go into this like mode where I'm like a child where I feel so insecure, and I'm like, I can't, like I don't know anything about how cars work and all this stuff. And I went out to talk to him kind of like with my hat in my hands, like, please don't yell at me and stuff. And it was fine. He was cheerful, and then we worked around the house together. And it was like I had been super worried over mistreating me, and then it turned into nothing. So that was positive. And then today I just got the car back with the new front end alignment, which was completely really unnecessary, but it's fine. And then tomorrow I get new tires. Unfortunately, that does mean this is like the 5th vehicle we found that doesn't have a working battery. Getting a little annoyed. 3%. I'll take 3%. Oh, I didn't bring my... Do you need a wrench? My car battery just pops in and you screw it on with your fingers. We need a wrench to remove a battery? You do. Okay, well... I don't think I've ever seen a car battery that requires a wrench to open or to take out, but that's okay. Let's go grab our pliers here. In fact, we found a wrench, haven't we? I think we found a wrench. We do. Okay. So tomorrow I get new tires, which is great. Really need new tires. The front two are quite bald. And I'm hoping when he rotates them, maybe he'll, like, I don't know. I think the rotation will help a lot, and getting new tires will help. It's been jerking a little bit from side to side, especially when it rains. I think I'm just out of traction. And then, yeah, I don't know when we're going to fix the sway bar, but I found if I drive slow enough, I drive mostly the same roads every day, so I kind of know where the bad bumps are. If I just take it slow and don't hit anything too hard, I think it's fine to drive. So that's turned out to be less of a big deal than I thought. However, since it's going to the mechanic tomorrow, I'm actually going to miss therapy, which I don't like. I'm a real big fan of therapy. And normally I go Wednesdays, but there's kind of a lot going on. My niece is coming over tomorrow. She's going to be staying for a full week, which I'll be honest, I don't love because she's super loud and disruptive, and we don't really have anything around the house for a kid. So like, I'm afraid she's just going to be bored and running around and be irritated, that she doesn't have attention or anything to do. Let's just run this engine a little bit to charge the battery some. We're going to keep going. Why? We're still at 3%. Give me 5 minutes. Please don't turn off on me. Okay, it's charging, albeit very slowly. Why is it so slow? Oh, because it charged the storage battery up to 1%. The 1% of this is 400, whereas 1% of the other ones is considerably lower. It's 25, I guess. So we should be able to, okay, pop out of here, stop driving, turn on engine. We'll just let that run for a while. Hopefully we don't let the batteries die again. We'll have to keep an eye on that when we have these long reading sessions, so we can pay more attention to that, because that's pretty important. And I think we'll just keep reading for a little bit here. We'll just do it outside in the daylight, of course. My niece is coming. She's, oh, it's not daylight. Never mind then. Go inside. It's fine, you know, it's not like I don't want to see her or anything. I just don't know how we're going to keep her entertained, really, and she's going to be kind of running all through the house, which is going to make streaming a little bit difficult. So, like, for tomorrow, for instance, tomorrow, I'm not going to groups, so, like, I have nothing to do that day. So I thought I might try to stream Factorio if I can get that to stream properly, because I've been playing that just a little tiny bit in my free time, and I remembered how great that game is, so... How was the gas level? Oh, it's like 23 liters or something like that. I don't remember. It was high enough. 24 liters. Yeah, we're good. We're good on gas for a while. There's also a gas station right here. So if we needed to, where's the gas station? Oh, it's the note here. So if we needed to fuel up the vehicle, we could do that. So I played like a half hour of Factorio the other day and was like, oh yeah, this game's amazing, so I might play that. I'm really dumb, and I think that that's one of those games that, like, if people watch it, they're going to fixate on, like, oh, you're not doing it optimally, we're going to backseat game you. So I'm a little concerned about that, but most of my audience that already exists, you're all pretty chill, so... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Factor, maybe a few other things.